Today we are taking a look at the Speedball Brush Shaper. Now you guys know that we do a lot of ink reviews on the channel. It's kind of our bread and butter. And in doing so, we go through a lot of nibs and a lot of brushes. So I thought, let's take a look at a product that may make our brushes last longer. The Speedball Brush Shaper sells for an average of $9.99 depending on where you go for 2 ounces of this soapy liquid goo, it looks like. I picked mine off of Amazon, and even though I do like Speedball and I think they're a very good company that makes a lot of good quality products at a very affordable rate, this one unfortunately is going to be getting a bit of a negative right out of the gate, as when mine arrived in the mail, spilled all over the inside of the packaging. Like, just why? It's all gooey and sticky and just... why? But taking a look at the packaging, you can see that we have the name of the product, and we get an example of a messy brush and then a straight brush, so we'll be putting that to the test. And at the back, we get the instructions, pretty simple. Set aside to dry and rinse before use. Yeah, let's see if we can actually get a longer life out of our brushes with this. I'm very curious to see if it will do it. So here are the brushes that we'll be using. As you can see, they're very curved, very messy, not the ideal brush you want to be using. And I think that these 3 brushes will be just a great example because we've got 2 kind of normal brushes and a bit of a thicker brush. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, we're just gonna open this up. Get some goo on the sides, like plastic. Kind of gross, not gonna lie. It's like a, see it right there. So let's start with our least messed up one. Get some excess off. Okay. It's not really doing anything. This is doing nothing. I think it's actually making it worse. Like, I feel like it's more spread out. Kind of let it soak in a bit, I guess, and then we'll try it again. Alright, we'll let this one dry, and we'll try our other one, see what we get. Stuff has the consistency of, like, soap water. It works better if you kind of, like, twist curve it. Like, you know, you just kind of go in with your fingers, just kind of twist it like that. Let's let these dry. My predictions here is that these 2 small ones are going to be, like, a little better, but not a lot better. And this one just kind of looks the same. Like, it just literally looks the same, maybe even a little worse with the brushes spread out a little bit more. I don't have high hopes for this one, so let's give it time. Alright guys, we waited an hour for them to dry, so let's take a quick look. Yeah, they don't look that different at all. Totally the same. In fact, let's do a before and after shot. Yeah, not that much better at all. This brush is the absolute closest that I had to the packaging, and it looks the same as before. Like, there's no difference. In fact, I think it's actually a little more spread out. These ones here were smaller, and they did shape better, and I did have higher hopes, and they do kind of look a little better and a little nicer, but not by much. Like, not much at all. It's seriously impressive how little this did. Now, yes, these are cheaper brushes, but I expected still something. As much as I hate to say it, the Speedball Brush Shaper gets a 1 out of 10 on my scale of 1 to 10. Hey guys, it is 2 years later editing J-Rod. That's right, I literally filmed that clip like 2 years ago, and I've grown a lot as an artist, and my understanding of brushes have changed a lot. It's been a little weird watching these older videos where I didn't know as much as I do now, but hey, we all grow at our own pace. Originally, I was going to rate this a 1 out of 10, and I have to say that was unfair of me because I was using the cheapest brushes imaginable. At the time, this was all I could afford, and it was really all I knew because I didn't understand the differences in brushes, types, styles, the difference between brands, sizes, and all that kind of jazz. But now that, well, I sell art products and I've learned a lot both from school and work and everything in between and life in general, I can safely say that that was unfair of me. So we're going to add in this little piece at the end where I'm going to talk about the strength of this product because I love this thing. Cheap brushes like this are not going to work. This is a Dollar Tree brush. I only keep a few of these around because sometimes I need to use them for my splatter effect and I don't want to ruin my nice brushes. The brushes that I use nowadays are these bad boys right here. I'm in love with all of these brushes because they are phenomenal. They're watercolor brushes which work great for ink work and my gouache work, and I use Winsor Newton Series 7, Winsor Newton Cottmans, Linsky Mimics, Soho, and Princeton's Velvet Touch. All of these brushes are much higher quality than what I was using before. In fact, the Winsor Newton Series 7s were commissioned by the Queen of England to be the gold standard for watercolor brushes. And with this brush straightener, I can get a lot more life out of my brushes. I also use a brush soap in conjunction so that they last longer, keep their strength, and the brush straightener helps them keep their shape, meaning that I'm able to use these for a lot more. Now, all of the hairs on these are straightened out. I did do just a quick little pass with this, and I absolutely love this. Seriously, this is a 10 out of 10 on my scale. I absolutely love it. I am shocked that I was this harsh on it back then, but you know what? I really didn't know what I was doing, and I was still really figuring that out,
And that's why I always recommend for you guys to stay tuned, because some of the content that I have coming up, you guys are really going to like. But yeah, that is my opinion on the Speedball Brush Shaper. It's a 10 out of 10 product. I recommend it to all of my friends, all of my colleagues, all of the people that shop at my store, because it is a phenomenal thing to have. It's a great tool in your toolbox, and it really does help your brushes last that much longer. But with all that said, that is still my opinion, and I'd love to hear you guys in the comment section down below, so please go ahead and leave that, and let me know what you guys think of this new studio setup. If you guys follow the vlogs, you guys know that I've had this for a while, but if you're just watching the videos, you're probably thinking, what the heck's happening? Also, by the way, I'm married now, so that really puts those old videos into context, so yeah.